G'day, welcome to another big edition of the MCDFNL Netball Show, and looking at finals action thanks to McDonald's. Looking back on last week in semi-final action and looking ahead to the preliminary final this week. My name's Yeendy, I'm joined by Kim Bailey, and we're at the business end of the season now. Kim, we're just days away from the grand final, and we've got a few big games last week and a few big games this week.
Yeah, got a couple of really big prelim finals coming up, and we had some really good games on the weekend. Couple of closies, one closey in particular, so we'll have a chat about that.
No worries. We had Avoca, who've been in some great form at the business end of the season. They had a big win over Harcourt, 55 to 48, and Avoca, they took the probably one of the biggest scalps in recent memory with Navarre in week one, and they took down another big one in Harcourt on the weekend.
Yeah, look, I think I might have picked Avoca. Did you?
I know Avoca was heavily tipped to get the W here.
Yeah, so they did, but it was all up. It was all even at quarter time, and at half time Avoca took a 2-goal lead, and they just continued to build on that. Now they had a really big third quarter when they scored about 15 goals to 13, a few more ahead of Harcourt. But you know, they had some really great players out there on the court, Avoca, and we know that Maddie Egan's been in really good form, and she shot the majority of goals in 46 goals from the 55. My worry is with Avoca, Stacey Blair's only shooting 9 goals, and you know what I think about goal attacks not pulling the weight. Not saying she didn't pull weight, but she just needs to get some more shots up.
Is that something driven from the mid-quarters or just positioning?
Reliance on one goaler, I think, and trying to palm off a little bit, but you just got to take the shot. You're a goaler, that's what you're there for, to shoot. A little bit more even for Harcourt. Shelby Thatcher was 37 at 82%, which, considering the wind and everything, was a really good effort. And Kiara Perry was at 65. So that was a little bit more even. And I think when Avoca come up this week against Rovers, they're just going to have to, Stacey's just going to have to put the ball up a little bit more, because their defenders, we know how good they are. They're just going to be able to shut it down. You know, and if you concentrate on one goaler and close Maddie down, then you leave Stacey under pressure. So they're going to really have to step up there and just get the ball into her hand and get her to shoot and have confidence, though. Lucy Walkley's also, she's been a superstar in wing attack this year, and had another really good game. But yeah, look, good result from Avoca. They've had a great season, and they've most probably earned their spot there, I think.
Definitely right. The other big game that we had in the semi-final action on Sunday, we had Carisbrook winning a thriller over Lexington, 36 to 35. This is probably one of the great finals we've seen to date so far. Yeah,
so a bit of a seesawing old match here, and Lexington were 1 goal down at quarter time, and at half time they were 2 goals up. So they really put their foot down in the third quarter, the premiership quarter, as we said last week.
Yep.
And had a 12-goal to 8, and they actually went into 3-quarter time up by 6 goals. And you would have thought, really, you know, put it down, it's done.
Yep.
It's done. But especially, like, we knew what the wind was like on Sunday. It was everywhere. It was really caused havoc with goalers. But Lexington just, I don't know if they stopped, but Carisbrook must have probably just put the foot down. Sheridan Byrne was amazing in GD and closed Rach Phelan down. And Rach had only 3 from 5 shots in the last quarter. Heather Tweedle, 52%, and Rachel, 62%. And for Carisbrook, Emily Coots at 48% and Paige McLean at 60%. Paige McLean was most probably the difference in the last quarter, shooting 8 from 11, and just getting the ball into her hand, and I think that's where the difference was. Sarah Fisher had a great game. She's been a real superstar this year in wing attack for Lexington. But, you know, again, Emma run through that mid-court. She's a key, real big key to Carisbrook, and her ball delivery is exceptional. So, yeah, bit of a nail-biter, and, it was a highly emotional game, I think, and I think Lexington will be thinking it's one that's got away. So they'd be really ruining that loss and, put them out of the finals.
Yeah, a bit disappointing for them, but plenty of jubilation there for the Redbacks as we switch gears to this week. Preliminary final action. And speaking of Carisbrook, they do take on a red-hot Trentham side who are looking extraordinary as with every single game. I guess the question I'll be raising is, have Carisbrook played their grand final already?
It happens a lot, doesn't it? It happens a lot. But look, I don't know. They've proven that they can go with the big guns. I think the thing with, and I've said about Trentham the whole time, they're a great team, but they're very young. They've got some, Shana Ford's only young, and they've got Tasman Dicker and Hayley Burke. They're all young kids, and it might come down to who can handle the pressure in a big game like this the most. Look, it's hard to pick against Trentham, isn't it? They haven't lost a game all season.
Yeah.
You know, Jane Donohue's been great, shot 87%, but she'll come up against Elise Mottram, which will be really interesting to watch. So, and Paige McLean, you know, she had such a great game last week, so she needs to put that performance back on the track this week and see how they go. Big game, but I think you can't go against Trentham at this stage.
Yeah.
They're undefeated. What can you say? You have to.
We've been like that all year, really. I think we haven't had a reason not to back them. They haven't really been challenged so much by the teams below them.
I'm really looking forward, though, to seeing the contest with Emma Rumph and Stacey Parks in the mid-court. Both hard-running, strong centres who have great ball delivery, but just as good in defence. So that'll be a really good contest. Looking forward to that.
Trentham, the first team to the grand final from our tips. And the other preliminary final, we've got Maryborough Rovers and Evoca. And Evoca, they've got a bit of a joint-killing run in recent weeks. They're heading into this game with a lot of form and doing it with great confidence. So they're a chance to take down the Rovers.
Yeah, I think so. But look, I'm going to back Rovers. I'm really looking forward to see maybe Maddie Davis dropping back on Maddie Egan. So, you know, it could be a case where Maddie's got to drop back into the shooting, into playing still out at goal defence, but just swapping in the circle with Julie Anderson. So who's coming off a really good game last week too. So it just depends who's going to have to take who and who matches up really well. As I said, Maddie Egan shot really well, 46 goals. So... But then again, you might say, let's leave Maddie out in goal D and play her on Stacey and take Stacey out of the game and just put that extra pressure on Maddie and make her shoot those goals and maybe try and get the feed from higher in the ring rather than under the post. So it really depends which way they go. But I think Rovers will be the next team to go through.
I'm definitely jumping on Evoca's bandwagon. Bless you. Evoca to win this one and take on Trentham in the grand final. To have that dream run.
That's good.
Therefore, like you take down a team like Navarre and it sets you up.
Yeah, take down a team like Navarre, but they finished 8th, you know. They weren't the team they were last year, the last few years. But look, not taking anything away from them, they've been fantastic, Evoca right through. So, be looking forward to seeing what the results are. And then on Monday night, Chris, the Power Medal, the big event.
The night of nights, and where the best and the brightest come out and enjoy a terrific night out. And hopefully we see a few great winners crowned. I
think we will.
A few surprises, hopefully.
Yeah, I think so. It's really hard to pick. I haven't got any idea, to tell you the truth. I've got my ones that I know, but I can't comment because I've had a bit of a sneak preview as well. So, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a great night. Yeah, it should be fantastic. But make sure if you're getting down there, look, it's good. Promise. It always delivers on every sketch. Yep, it's a great venue. Great highlight and great for everyone to come together. Kim, thanks so much for joining us here on the MCDFNL Netball Show, and of course thanks to our friends at McDonald's for all their great support down at Maryborough. And we look forward to building up towards the grand final next week. Yep.